Hey, coming up next is Media News number 164. It's an all Marvel edition of Media News. That's right, we're going to do nothing but Marvel news, and we're going to have stories on, X-Men First Class Mach 2. That's right, the sequel to the X-Men movie. Also, we're going to talk about the reboot of the Fantastic Four. The Avengers film is coming out this summer. You know who the central character of that movie is going to be? Who the main emphasis of that movie is going to be?
How much will you tell us?
We're going to tell you.
Oh, nice.
Also, Thor 2 is getting a rewrite from the guy who wrote Saving Private Ryan. And, believe it or not, Doctor Strange is coming to a theater near you. All that and more coming right up. Lots of stores can make lots of claims about themselves, but only I can make the claim that nobody has ever paid full price for a new comic here at Alternate Reality. Since 1994, every new comic that's walked out the door has been discounted 15% off. So if you want to save 15% off your new comics, there's only one place to come, and that's Alternate Reality.
Controversy? They would start something if they could. Curse their cuddliness. Here's JR and Comic Book Man with Media News.
Which nipple do you like better? Media News, episode 164, Rat Tracks.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. It's time for, oh look who's here!
Hey, it's me, and it's time for Media News. What else would it be time for? Because that's the only reason I come.
Because that's the only thing he does. Media News. And Media News is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, which
Looks
is
different.
located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my new comics are always 15% off every day, including all of my Marvel comics. And
What?
that leads me to today's episode. It's an all Marvel entertainment
Synchronicity.
edition of Media News. That's right, we're going to talk about nothing but Marvel projects today. Not just comic book projects, but Marvel projects.
The best kind of Marvel projects there are.
Best kind. And the
Marvel.
first up, big movie coming out this summer. Got a lot of heroes in it. Captain America and Iron Man and Thor. What's the name of that thing?
It's the
Trips off my tongue.
the
The
Revengeanauts.
Revengeanauts.
The Expendables.
The Avengers.
Expendables.
The Avengers
Yeah,
is coming your way this summer.
Yes.
And
Yes.
who is going to be the centerpiece of the Avengers?
Well,
story-wise.
Well, this comes from the horse's mouth, as it were. Our esteemed director of the Avengeanauts,
Yes.
Joss
Joss
Whedon.
Whedon.
Because a lot of people have said, there's a lot of characters.
Not
in this-
Weldon?
No, not Weldon. Not Whiting.
That's an old alternate reality joke. Josh Weldon.
Josh Weldon. It's because everybody says, boy, you got all these characters in this thing.
Yes.
Who is it going to focus on anyone? Is there going to be a centerpiece? And
Yes.
of course, Josh says, yes, there will be, because
Black
One
Widow.
character.
there will be one
Black
character
Widow. She's the
that
house.
will be, and that will be
Black Widow.
Captain America.
Oh, Black Widow.
Captain America will
Makes
be
all the sense in the world.
the Avengers seen through the eyes of Captain America. Why? Because Captain America is the character that is the most fish out of water right now. He's coming from this other era. He's found himself flung into a new era, and he's seeing all this go on around him.
Which gives him a lot in common with you.
You,
the audience.
Exactly, the audience. So you have all these giant personalities that are surrounding him, all these egos, and there needs to be that one person, according to Joss, who brings them back down and reminds them, this is a team we're on. We're not all disparaging elements, we are a team.
That's right.
So Cap is your centerpiece. The Avengers will be kind of told through Cap's eyes.
And if you saw the Captain America movie, you know that he is good with putting together a team.
Very good at putting together. That's a good
Howling
point
Commandos.
right
The
there.
Howling
Exactly.
Commandos. Howling
Exactly.
Commandos. Also, in production right now, not coming out this summer, obviously, but in production is Thor 2.
Yes.
And you have information on the script.
The script, yes, it's getting a pass by screenwriter Robert Rodat, who wrote Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, the first
Okay.
writer, Don Payne, who did the first film, one
Yeah.
of the writers on the first film, did
Right.
the initial draft. Rodat's been brought in to do a polish on it,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be released in November of 2013.
Okay.
One movie a
November,
year by the,
November 15th of 20.
November 13th. One movie a year, Marvel has said. From now on, one movie a year. from
Only
there.
one?
One movie a year. This year's The Avengers. 2013 will be Thor. The year after that will be Captain America.
And for those of you who are wondering, the Spider-Man movies and the Ghost Rider sequel, which is coming out soon, and
Oh, it looks so good,
the
too.
Daredevil movie, which we talked about like a year ago, and nobody's done
Nothing's
much of anything
happened
with
with
it.
it.
But those are all out of Disney Marvel's control, so those will come out whenever.
Speaking of which, a big rumor, we're off script right now, Comic Book Man, a big rumor circulated the internet this week that somebody saw a trailer on the Avengers set with a Spider-Man logo.
Yeah, I saw that too. And all Joss would say is that Spider-Man is not in the film, but we do turn out the lights.
Oh well, that was a reference to the ill-fated musical, but no.
Well, no. What it might be is no. Spider-Man cannot be in the movie because obviously the character
different
is
companies.
two different companies right now as far as the movie rights go. But how does that affect the Broadway show?
Well, what do you do with that? I mean, how do you integrate the
As a
Broadway,
Broadway
show
show.
into the event?
Well,
You
no,
see
no,
the
not the
marquee,
Spider-Man's not the Spider-Man's going to show up, but
you would throw the marquee in there.
You
yeah.
could throw the marquee. in.
yeah, I mean, can Thor get punched into the marquee or
Which,
something?
There you go.
which would
Yeah,
sort of
that's
indicate in the Avengers Joss Whedon universe that Spider-Man is a fictional character.
Well, you know what else? According to that schedule, we don't see an Iron Man movie for another 4 years.
That might be the only wrinkle in that. Iron Man may cross over with another Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So they lie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I-
do.
Only
one a
Well,
year,
Marvel
except
lies
when
a
you fit
lot.
one in
They
there
keep
when-
telling us everything's an event,
Yeah.
and that never
What
happens.
about Hulk if they decide to make another Hulk movie?
Probably not. Well, I think a lot of that's going to depend on how the Avengers movie
Exactly.
is
Plus, there's the
received.
TV series, the new TV series.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The TV series. The TV series.
Oh, the Hulk. Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
The-
Hulk TV series. X-Men First Class. There's going to be an X-Men First Class 2. Is it going to be X-Men First Class 2?
Probably
There's going to be something
not.
else.
It can't
I
be
mean,
X-Men
wasn't
Second
there a
Class,
follow-up to the comic book First Class that was called something else? Wasn't there another?
Well, there was a thing called Hidden Years.
I doubt they'll call it
and
that.
there's an early days thing, but I don't know.
I don't. Maybe they'll call it Second Class. I don't know, or Second Year.
No Class.
or something. But
No Class.
that was one of the premier superhero films of the year last year. I thought it was one of the better
Yeah,
superhero
it was
films.
very good.
You will be happy to know that 20th Century Fox has wrangled together. We're getting the gang together and we're making another movie. Everybody involved.
Everybody
Everybody involved.
behind the camera and in front
and
of
in
the camera.
front, the director
Really?
Matthew Vaughn, the screenwriters, the cast, and even producer Bryan Singer will be back, including the actors Michael Fassbender, James McAvoy. Everybody's back.
Even Michael Ironside?
He wasn't in the first one, was he?
Wasn't that-
No, he was. He was the
captain
he was
of one
the
of the
captain
ships.
Oh
of
yeah,
one of the ships.
that's right.
One
Yeah,
of the
I don't
American
know about
ships.
him. I'll get his agent on the phone and we'll find out for
We'll
you
wait.
as soon as possible. Okay, I'll be right back. You're on your own, comic book.
A character who you have not seen in film from Marvel for a long, long, long time, going all the way back to that pilot that they did
Yes,
way back in
true.
1980, 81, sometime around there, is Doctor Strange. But Marvel has stuff in the works for Doctor Strange.
We reported this over a year ago. Marvel was working on a Doctor Strange concept for a movie or TV series. Well, they've finally gotten off their keisters and have made an announcement.
And what are they doing?
They're doing a feature film. But,
Feature film.
But this will be a sort of modestly budgeted feature film. Now, by modestly budgeted, when you look at Captain America and Thor and the Avengers,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
films cost
yeah.
about $150 million to make. Which
Okay.
are cheap, relatively, I won't say cheap, inexpensive for huge, big budget superhero films. This would be made for about half of that. So
How the hell are you gonna do Doctor Strange for half of that?
don't know, but
He
after
doesn't
Oh, he's gonna be like Wizzo, the Stone of Zanzibar. I'm Doctor Strange.
Doesn't become Doctor Strange until 3/4.
These are TV magic cards. Watch.
Otherwise, he's just a bitch. He's just a bitch surgeon. He's just a prissy surgeon.
The Ace of Spades. Now it's the Fifth of Diamonds. Now it's the Ace of Spades again.
he puts rice and it turns to water.
It turns to
It's
water.
Nice, it's a beautiful thing. But
And
finally,
they're all the Ace of Spades.
finally, after a year's time, they finally have a script done. Thomas Dean Donnelly, who wrote Sahara, which was not a very good film,
No, not at all.
and a video game, Uncharted: Drake's Fortune.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, maybe.
Who's
but
making this? Is this Marvel? or
This is Marvel. This is under the Marvel.
What is wrong with Marvel?
Well,
This-
I think they look at it as a very second to third tier character, which they don't want to invest a lot in right now. So
See Ghost Rider.
it's coming. Yeah, well, they don't own that
I
either.
bet we can make a movie just as lousy as Ghost
They
Rider.
don't own that either. Marvel doesn't
No, I
own
don't
With all the characters we
Marvel's
have
not
control
making that. I
over.
think that's 20th Century Fox.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
but it's happening as a modestly budgeted small film.
Yeah, Ghost Rider's got nothing to do with Marvel Studios. That's still out there.
Yeah.
It's like Fantastic Four,
Hey,
which
how
is
about that?
also
Yes,
also one of our stories. As a matter of fact, it's our last story.
Oh, hey, okay, segue.
There is an independent film opening in the next week or two called Chronicle,
Yes,
which
there
is
is.
getting great buzz. It's directed by Josh Frank.
Kids that get superpowers.
The buzz is so good that Fox looked at it and offered Josh Frank, the opportunity to direct the reboot of the Fantastic Four. Because they have to keep it in there. They have to do something with it before those rights go back
Two
to
movies
them.
that they got to reboot it.
They've hired a screenwriter, Michael Green, who was one of the cadre of screenwriters on the Green Lantern, the ill-fated Green Lantern. Let's all bow our heads on the Green Lantern movie. Which, by the way, as a side note, I looked at last year's box office worldwide. The Green Hornet movie made more money worldwide than the Green Lantern movie. Yes. But anyway, Josh Frank, they're waiting to see how Chronicle plays. If Chronicle comes out and is a big box office success, chances are Marvel will say, here's a contract sign on the dotted line. So, Fantastic Four gets another shot, and hopefully it gets done right this time.
Chronicle's one of those found footage movies, right?
Yes, it is a found footage movie. Exactly.
Found footage movie.
It's like Blair Witch Project. It is a faux documentary based around.
These guys
Oh, really?
videotape
Yes.
their do-ins,
Yep.
and they find the video.
They find the whatever it is.
So I've seen a shot of a kid floating in the air who gets hit by a bus. How is
Somebody
that?
else-
How is
somebody
that part
else
of
is
a
shooting it.
found documentary?
Somebody else is
One of
shooting
his
that
buddies
footage.
was shooting it.
Exactly.
Great.
Exactly.
One that flies apparently.
Well, that's what they do. They
Yeah.
got these powers.
That's it. We're
We're
done.
done.
We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more Marvel media news or any media news of any
Say
sort.
that 3 times real fast.
But you can go to the store's website.
Who's butt?
But you can go to the store's website and check out all the media news that Bocephus, who's not here right now,
No.
but he
Don't
sends
come
it
out
to
of
me
his
to post up. And where is the store's website?
Sarah knows this stuff.
For crying out loud, it's the name of the store with a my in front of it.
So go to the store's website, check out all of Bo's media news. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And this is good old JR.
saying Marvel Media, Marvel Media, Marvel Media, Marvel Media.
All speed.
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.